Alright, so a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about Y Combinator and what they expect people to do for the future startups and the future agencies that come out of this AI era. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what they mean when they say they want AI-enabled agencies. Basically, agencies previously were just human work where you would basically hire out a bunch of human work. Now what they want is people to do that, except they just have AI agents doing a bunch of that work. In this video, I've built one of these kind of software slash AI agencies, or the enabled agencies, for a recruitment firm. So recruitment firms, as you probably know, get a bunch of CVs and then they find the right candidate for a job role for any company. So for example, if you have a senior AI engineer that you're looking for, a company may come in, reach out to a recruitment agency to go and find the correct person for this role. For us, we've replaced a vast majority of that role with an AI agent. As you can see here, I've done it all with one prompt, 2 Claude code with absolutely no code, and I'm going to leave the prompt that I used down below so you can get it for completely free. So for example, this is how it works. Let's say I'm looking for a new senior software developer. I would come in here, and instead of going to a recruitment agency, I now have this AI agent which is going to go back and forth with me. So you can see here, what are you hiring? I can say something here, even I can use the dictation over here to say I'm looking for a senior software developer. Can send that off. You can see this AI recruitment agent that we've built is now going to come back to us with a bunch of questions to really figure out what we're looking for. So you can see it says, got it, will this person be working remotely or will they be on site? They will be completely remote. Then it says what kind of budget or salary. Let's say around 150k a year. Then the AI comes back with, is this a full-time position? Yes, this is full-time. After it's gotten all of the information off us, you can see it's going to create a draft over here where we can see the live draft. We're looking for a senior software, about this role, what you'll do. So it basically creates the job description here. I'm going to say, yes, that looks good. Create the job. And when I do that, you can see now it has just created that senior software engineer and we have 0 applicants over here. Now the key thing about this, as you can see down here in the one that we've already done, is we have AI implemented into every step. So for example, in here, we can see all of the applicants that have come through here. So we have Kevin here, we have myself here, where we can move around stages. We have list view where we can compare both of these. So let's select both of these and we can come up here to compare and we can see them side by side. But the key thing here is if I go back out here and we go to the apply link, it's going to take us to a page like this where this person can upload their CV. If I put in here, let's say John Doe, and let's put in his email is demo@gmail.com, and for his CV, I'm going to put in this really good CV. So this should realistically get the job. So I can drop this in here and we can press submit application. So the person looking for the job has just submitted the application. If we come back over here, we should see when we refresh this, we now have 3 people. If we click in here, you can see the AI is going to do the entire work for the recruitment agency. It's reading the CV. It's going to give him a rank like these 2 people here. If I click into Kevin, you can see Kevin Murphy is entirely unqualified. So it read through his entire CV. If we open his PDF here of his CV, you can see it's obviously not a good CV. And we can scroll down here. We have his scorecard, his skills, experience, culture. He has good comp alignment. So you see he got a score of 90. But the rest of his stuff like motivations, questions to ask, if we were in the interview, it has everything here. We can go back out of this and we can see now that John Doe with a good CV has got a score of 85. I can click in here now. Daniel is a highly experienced senior software engineer with a strong background. It says Daniel because the CV actually has Daniel on it. If we open the CV here, you can see it has Daniel. But we can go through all of the information here and you can see everything you need. We can even come over here. Let's say we wanted to move John Doe over here into the interview section. I can come in here to interviews and I can select the day and just put John Doe in here for his interview on that day, and it should email him that he has an interview. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build this in one prompt. First thing we need to do is access Claude Code. So to do that, I'm going to come over here to Google Anti-Gravity. We're going to download Anti-Gravity by coming in here, pressing download. You're going to come over here to Anti-Gravity, come over here to extensions and download Claude Code. So you can search up here, Claude, and you can then install that. All right, now over here in Claude Code, it's really just as simple as giving it this one prompt that I have prepared right here. So it's just this prompt here, this entire prompt. It is about 11 pages long. As you can see, it has basically everything that you've seen that I've just showed you in the demo previously. All we need is the Superbase credentials, which is completely free, and a Google Gemini API key, which again is free if it's your first time using it. And these take about, I don't know, less than 2 minutes to get. Firstly, let's really quickly jump over here to Superbase and get those credentials. So you're going to come over here to an app called Superbase. If you don't have an account, obviously sign in. And then over here, you'll see when you sign in, you'll be in the project section and you can press create new project. I've created one called CV Ranker. So we can click in here and yours is going to look exactly like this. When you create a project, give it a name and so on. Then you're going to come down here to project settings, come over here to where it says data API, and we're going to copy this API URL right here. So I'm going to copy that. We're going to bring it over to our prompt and you can see the first thing it's looking for is a Superbase URL. So I'm going to copy this and paste in our URL here. The next thing we need is a Superbase anon key and a Superbase service role key. Takes 2 seconds. We're going to come back over here, back down to project settings, over to where it says API keys. And we're going to come over here to the legacy anon and service role key. These are both of the things that we need. So firstly, let's grab this anon public key. Let's copy that, bring it over to our prompt. Again, I'm going to leave this prompt down below so you can get it for free. Let's swap this out. That is our anon key. And then we need a service role key, which is, so your service role secret is here. You're going to reveal that, copy that, and bring it over and drop it in here. It's going to look something like this. And then for your Google Gemini API key, then you're going to come over here to an app called aistudio.google.com. You can see we have it here, aistudio.google.com, and come down here to where it says get API key. It's going to ask you to sign in if it's your first time. If it's not your first time, then you probably know about this already. Come over here, press create API keys, and then you can just press create key, copy the key. It's just going to give you a, like the other ones we've just copied, and then you're going to bring it over and drop it in here. And that is really all you have to do for this entire build. So we just copy this, but let's say that's your key. You'll press Control Alt, copy this, bring it over to wherever you're using Claude Code. So if you're using it on the browser, if you're using it in VS Code, Anti-Gravity, this is not a video on how to use Claude Code or how to download it. There's tons of videos you can do to do that. But for us, we basically just come over here and paste in that prompt. Once we paste in that prompt, that's basically the entire build done. It's going to go through everything. It might ask you some questions and it might ask you for permissions to do stuff. But after that, it's basically going to do the entire job for you. All right, so as you can see, it is working through the entire brief that we gave it, or the prompt that we've given it. It's going to read through stuff. It's going to check the stack, do everything basically that Claude Code does. Don't worry if you don't know what any of this means. Obviously, you don't need to. It's Claude Code. It's going to do it for you. And it's going to output it in plain English like this. You can see the plan that's come up with. It's going to build it in order because each layer unblocks the next layer. All right, so after a couple of minutes, it says done. All right, so after a couple of minutes, it says done. Here's what I've built. Walk the whole brief end to end, every route, every view, etc. Here's what you got. It's an auth shell, JD creation, publicly apply. Basically does everything for you. To run it, it says just do this. Press npm run dev. I'm going to say I don't know what that is. So I'm going to say, can you run this for me? And then it's going to run it in your terminal. But you can see here the dev server is up and running. But if we click here now, it's going to bring us over to the app. And as you can see here, we have the previous roles that I've just done. We can click in here and we see everything. We see the people that we're able to move around here. We see the list view where we can see their jobs. I can click in here to John Doe's application. AI has done all of this for us. And if we jump over here to the prompt, we wonder how the AI is doing this. Firstly, it's connected to Superbase. So these three things that we've just created over here is Superbase. If we jump back over here to Superbase where we've got those API keys, if I come over here to the table editor, this is basically where it stores all of your backend stuff. So you can see here the three applications that we just have, which is John Doe, Kevin, and myself. And it has the jobs then over here in a different table. So the senior software engineer, the AI implementation engineer, and then we have the score, so the scores in each CV. But that's basically just the back end, and that's how it stores all of the information. And then we use Google AI Studio because that's the AI model that we're going to use. So for example, if we jump over here, we come back out here to the job roles. When we were speaking with this AI, it was basically using the Gemini API key that we've given it. Also, when it was ranking these people, so when we submitted it and it came up with this rank based on the job role, like all of this text here, again, it used that same Google Gemini token or the Google Gemini API key so it could use the AI. But that's basically this entire video. I just wanted to make a quick one to show you how quickly and effectively you can automate a vast majority of somebody's job just by using Cloud Code. If you like that video, leave a like below. If you want to start your own AI automation agency, then click the first link below. If you want to get the prompt that I used in this, then click the second link below.